This video goes over what TrackDrive will do with a call that isn't successfully able to be forwarded to your buyers. So I'm going to go into the setup here, into that offer, and back into the offer we've been recording videos for. Now, lots of things can happen when a call is trying to be processed by TrackDrive. If we look at the new call flow for exception handling, you see here that we have when the buyers are capped concurrently, which means all your buyers have a CC, and the total of those concurrency caps leaves no one available to take a call from you. That would be that no buyers are available, and we would do that. They're open, but currently don't have calls available for you to send to them. If someone calls in and all the buyers are actually closed, we would play when no buyers are open and let you process how that happens. When no buyers answer, the buyers were open and TrackDrive attempted to send them calls because they fit, but they're not answering the phone. That's when all the buyers that we attempted didn't answer. That's what that is. If you are putting filters on your buyers, for example, you filter by traffic source or by state, or if you had a token in there that's currently insured and the person's not, and all the buyers wanted currently insured, those would be when all the buyers' filters didn't match. Again, the buyers are open, but no one matches the current caller, and that would take that error branch. If you do under tokens and IVR prompts up here, if you did a numeric token and then you said that these are acceptable values, for example, a list of agent IDs, if an agent calls in and needs to key in his ID to get credit for the call, you could validate that the digits he keyed in were not fat-fingered and it's actually a valid agent ID. But we would just say, sorry, that's not valid, and replay that same numeric token. If a traffic source is capped, which is here currently, will be inside the offer eventually, but if you cap a traffic source concurrently, or total cap, or a daily cap, or whatever reason he's capping, if you tell that traffic source cap to flow back to the offer, then it would take this branch here, if it exists, to process what's going to go on with traffic source capping. However, as you see in the video for traffic source capping, I usually set things up in there to handle what's going to go on with the call right there. And then if someone called in and they're on your blacklist, or you've told it to block on the offer, you told it to block the TrackDrive blacklist, or you've blocked people individually, whatever, or whatever happens that the caller can't get through because they're blocked, that would be the error branch we take here. Now, on each and every one of our exception handling as well as cal handling, we always have the ability to put in description, which is helpful, put in filters, which I'll show you in just a second, optionally play a message and then take any action you want to do. So you can be logical, whichever you want. Like when no buyers are open, by default we said, hey, record a message, and then we had the action be record voicemail. But if you don't want that to happen, you could just say, call us back later, and your action is hang up on them. So whatever you want to do for an action based on what the error is, that's what we do. Okay, so by default, we when no one's open, we record a voicemail. Well, let's say by default we're going to record a voicemail. However, I want to add another when no buyers are open, and I want to say reject calls for traffic sources that want calls back. Okay, so you have a traffic source that says, hey, if you can't take my call, no buyers open or whatever, don't answer it and play a message to my caller. Just reject the call so I can get it back. So what we would do here is we would filter that for, let's say, Janet, my favorite person to use in my demos here. Janet Yeager said, hey, I don't want you to play that message. I'm losing my call. I want the call back. So for Janet, we set it up that we are not going to play a message, and the action is to hang up and make sure that's in the right order, because remember, everything in our system, when it's looking for something that's positional related, always starts at the top and starts looking. So when TrackDrive is looking for the, oops, I need to follow the when no buyers are open branch, it'll come to this group of actions, call flow rules, and it'll come down and start looking. So it comes down here and says, oh, here's one. Is Janet the traffic source on this call? No. Okay, skip down. There's no filters here. That'd be every other traffic source. So in our system, you can have as many call handling rules as you want, exception handling, call handling, whatever, and filter them. But again, they are positionally related, that we're going to find the one to use from top down. Okay, so that's what happens, is you totally control what happens when the call can't be routed.